Hi everyone, I'm so excited to have you joining me in this video. My name is 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐩𝐚 and I am a certified life and relationship coach with a specialty in twin flame connections. I help twins heal from the pain that they experience in their journey and come into a harmonious reunion with their twin flame. No matter where you are in your journey, whether you are in this perceived separation or you're together with your twin, I have a program designed to help you achieve your goal in your connection with your twin flame. And so I got asked this question: why do you have to stay quiet about your twin flame connection? You may be already thinking, of course you have, because not a lot of people are going to understand it. That's the obvious, right? This reminds me of when I first met my twin and he had left, and I explained to my best friend, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to have this connection again. The response that I got, and mind you, she didn't mean any harm. She wasn't trying to discourage me in any kind of way. She was being like what a best friend would be. And she said, don't say that. You've said these things in the past, and then you find someone that you do have a connection with. It can happen again. Have faith. And I said, no, absolutely. There is no other, there's just no way I'm going to be able to find this again. And I was right. And so when you're talking about your twin flame connection to someone who hasn't had the experience with it, they're not going to understand that. And they may say things to you that will kind of sway your attention away from yourself, away from your journey. Like imagine if you're thinking, oh, okay, well, I have this experience with my twin and it is what it is, and you keep on moving to a soulmate, but you don't do the inner work. And so once you recognize this connection, usually what happens is that a part of you awakens and you're like, oh my goodness, I have been a certain way for so long and I need to look within myself and do something about this. This is what happened to most people. It may not happen to all, but it definitely does happen to most. So your twin awakens the part of you that you've been running from, and it is time for you to start working on whatever it is that comes into light. And so that's one reason. People may not understand your twin flame connection. Another is that your thoughts could get swayed. If you're not solid in your thinking, if you don't truly understand the journey, and someone is saying, well, you need to look for someone who's going to, I don't know, bring you the world, that's going to move mountains for you and so forth. A lot of times when twins come together, it may appear to be toxic, and I'm not promoting any toxic relationships. I'm certainly not. But you usually have one person that is so much into the connection, they can't let go of the connection. They're holding on so tightly to it. And the other person who's going to move away or even run away because that energy that the person who's hanging on to is just too much. And so this person is running away from themselves by being all about their twin flame, and their twin mirrors this by running away. Anyone looking from the outside in is going to say, you know what? That person's no good for you. That person's not meant for you. Oh no, it's not supposed to be like this. This person is supposed to be giving you everything. And it doesn't always work that way in the beginning when you are first meeting your twin flame. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a separation period, right? And I'm not saying that everyone is going to go through this. Some people don't. Some people may be in a twin flame relationship and they just don't know it. And things just instantly work for them. They have that divine counterpart and that they live this harmonious, blissful life together with. Separation doesn't happen for everyone. But when I say separation, it's a perceived separation because you never really separate from your twin. So that's the other thing. Your thoughts could get persuade in a direction that goes against your soul, against what the universe has for you. And the universe is 100% behind twin flames. But you've got to tap into that frequency. You got to tap into that energy where a harmonious reunion can occur. And so the other thing is the spiritual line of connection. That's what I like to call it. There's like this invisible spiritual line of connection that exists between you and your twin, and it's not just between the two of you, it's with anyone. So think about this. If you're talking a whole lot of mess, like you're talking garbage about someone else, and then that person comes into the room, you feel awkward, right? This happened when I was with my karmic partner, and I didn't realize this was happening. I wasn't spiritually awakened. I didn't know the behind the scenes of what's going on. And so our connection was difficult. Obviously, being karmic, that's going to happen. But there are reasons why things happen. That person is with you, or I should say, my ex was with me to teach me lessons that I needed to know about myself. So I was a talker. Let's face it, I wasn't perfect. I was a talker. When situation got complicated, I talked to maybe whoever would listen to me and stuff. I didn't have that emotional maturation, so to say, so that I can limit the conversation about the issues that were going on. And so I was a talker. And the connection between the two of us was just so we just couldn't figure out how to really bring it together. And this can be one of the reasons, because when you talk to other people about your relationship with your twin, you're inviting them into that spiritual line of connection that you cannot see. And the more people you talk to, the more cloudy that connection becomes. And then your connection with your twin flame gets kind of like rugged and that kind of stuff, and you just can't figure it out. You're like, I really want to be close, but it just feels like things are not going a certain way. I don't understand, why is this happening? It's because of energy. Everything is energy. You are putting this negative energy by talking, and I get it. You're feeling hurt, you're feeling intense, you want to let it out. And so whatever it is that's coming out of your mouth without truly understanding what is happening is disrupting that connection that you have with your twin. And I'm not going to say that everything's going to be peachy and rosy all the time with your twin, but that discussion needs to happen with your twin and not everybody around you. And so when you discuss the matters of the heart, because I don't like to look at like problems or issues, these are matters of the heart. Like you're feeling like something's happening, something's not working well, and you want to discuss this. This is coming from your heart, just as your twin will do the same. And so you discuss the matters of your heart with your twin partner in a way that your partner can hear you. And so this builds the connection. This increases that love, that magnetism that the two of you have between each other, because you don't have other people clouding that spiritual line of communication that exists between the two of you. Another way that this spiritual line of communication becomes disrupted is when you're constantly calling on psychics for advice. And I'm not against psychic readings. I look at it like if you turn to it, it should be an acknowledgement of what you already know, what the spirit world is telling you, what your intuition is telling you, the universe, your higher self, your twin's higher self. You're just confirming it. But when you keep going, let's say you're out of touch with your intuition and you're constantly seeking outside of you for that, you're sending this energy, this message to your twin, I don't trust you. And so I'm not turning towards you because I don't trust you. And that energy gets picked up by your twin. Energy is super powerful. Your twin gets the message, and that is going to disrupt that connection that you have as well. And so you really want to go inside of yourself, believe in yourself, believe in your twin, believe in the universe, so that way you are increasing that connection that you have. You're building this better foundation with one another. And so this is why it's so important to be humble about your twin flame connection. But if you truly feel that you need to talk to someone about your twin flame connection, choose one or two trusting people or a coach like myself. Limit the number of people that you talk to about your connection with your twin flame. But it doesn't just end there. Limit the number of times that you're talking to this person. Because let's face it, the more you keep going, I have this trouble, I have this trouble, I have this trouble, what happens? The person starts to pass judgments on you, on your connection, and the negative energy coming from this person will interfere with your connection. Not only are you talking too much about you and your twin flame, but there's this negative energy coming forward, and this person might be like, you know what, this person is just simply toxic for you and you need to stay away, or they start saying that there's something wrong with you or whatever the case. So you want to limit that. You don't really want to burden someone with so much of what's happening. So keep in mind, your twin flame connection is spiritual, it's divine, it's special. And so you really want to be protective of this connection that you have with your twin flame by limiting the amount of conversations that you have about your twin. You can feel free to reach out to me. I put down my locations in the description where you can find me in social media. And let's chat if you feel like you need to have that person to talk to about your connection with your twin flame.